touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone.
Gonna last, but you wouldn't even know it, darling, if you held it in your hand. The things you think are precious, I can't understand. Are you really in the east? Sewing away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you really in the east? Sewing away the time. Since you were 17, and all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. The weekend in college didn't turn out like you planned. The things that pass for knowledge I can't understand. Are you really in the east? Sewing away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you really in the east?
The nation and all of our our freedoms hang by a thread. He is a puppet put in power by Vladimir Putin, and it is anything but a conspiracy theory. Scum who are beholden to scum, Russian scum. He is a puppet put in power by Vladimir Putin. The Russians hacked the Republican National Committee's computer systems in addition to their attacks on Democratic organizations, but did not release whatever information they gleaned from the Republican networks. And it is anything but a conspiracy theory to be wondering if the Russians hacked the RNC and have kept what they found there to make sure Trump and the Republicans obeyed.
Scum who are beholden to scum, Russian scum.
There are no arguments of security or face-saving or intelligence secrecy or national interest that carry any weight now. How much worse can it get by telling America the unvarnished, unprocessed, unredacted truth? And it is anything but a conspiracy theory. He is a puppet put in power by Vladimir Putin.
Scum who are beholden to scum, Russian scum.
And those who ignore these elemental existential facts, Democrats or Republicans, are traitors to this country and will immediately and forever after be held accountable. Resist. Peace.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. 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 BOOMER, please, you're dusty, rude, don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. Hey. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer.
Jimmy on
Okie
a beat,
dokie,
boy.
boomer.
Oh my God, are we here? Are we live?
Okie dokie, Boomer. We
Okie
are
dokie,
live.
we are live. Oh my God. Good evening, Shanda. How are you?
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. What's going on? You want to start shouting out the chat? We got a packed show tonight.
We got a packed show. So, yeah, well, let's not linger for 20 minutes on the intro. So, I'm going to get right into who's hanging out in the chat. We got some special people in the chat.
Yes,
I see
we do.
Gamer's hanging out in there. President Jesus. Kelly Lane's in the house. Good to see you, Kel. Kate's always bringing it. Thank you, Kate, so much. Jax, I think we got something special for Jax.
We got something
Jax.
special for Jax. Yeah.
Yeah. Go Start's here. Go Start. Oh, no, it's sticking. Stop sticking.
Stop sticking.
P-Stub. Hi, P-Stub. I see you out there, P-Stub. Gamer, I'm so happy to know that your mom's home.
That's great.
Wish her a speedy recovery for sure. Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Come on, Popeye. Popeye was first. Popeye, look at you. Now let me scroll back down and see who all jumped in since then. Ginger, welcome. Anthony. Oh, whoa, what's that?
You got President Jesus, right?
President Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's doing that thing where if you say a bad word, you have to approve it. Ugh,
What?
whatever. Yeah. Like that happens in Convo's chat and in our chat. It's been like that way for a long
Oh,
time.
I got to turn that shit off.
I don't know if you can. I
Ah.
think it's a thing that YouTube does now.
Oh, yuck.
Because we're on the YouTubes tonight. Shout out to everybody who's watching on Trailer Park Pundit. We double over there on my channel. Snorky's here.
Hey,
Hey,
Snorky,
Snork.
what's going on,
How's it
man?
going, Snork?
Ginger Liberty from the Bombers is in the house.
Nice. Welcome.
Yeah.
We got a good show tonight.
We got a good show tonight. Just real quickly, I wanna shout out. I've said I was gonna make some new cards this week, new thumbnails for our associate producers, and I want to start with. I made two. I had time to knock out two, and
I feel so bad because I didn't get mine done.
yeah, Jilly, she's blame it on Shanda. Kick her butt. Get her.
Well, no, I got a couple more other than that.
Yeah,
too,
you got
so.
more than that. Okay, well, I'll help you if you get free.
It was a rough week, man. I don't know. This week kicked my ass.
Anyway, the first one that we have, and I'm quite fond of this one, and I think Jax likes it too, but Jackson Elfie, associate
Aw.
producers. I sent that to her today. Isn't that pretty?
That is
Elfie.
so cute.
Elfie's her Jack's senior rescue. So
I love the sparkles.
yeah, the little sparkle in the eyes there. So thank you, Jax, for providing me a great picture of yourself that I could do here, and just love the
Jax
hell out
loves
of
it.
doing these. and I hope you like it. We've got.
Well, it's only fair that we give her associate producer card because you know how many tweets we steal from her a week.
Oh yeah, we steal the tweets, and she
Right.
supports the show and all
Right.
kinds of good stuff. We got people supporting.
Not just Jackson. So many of you out
So
there. You guys are
many.
great. You're so
So
great
many.
about getting info to us.
But wait, there's more.
There's more?
We got Aram's card.
Oh,
Brand
you're not
new
selling
for
pillows, are
Aram
you?
this week. Here we go. Aram.
Oh, I like it. You can see it better. You can see it so much better.
No, it's
Yeah.
great. Aram's loves his doggies, past, present, and future, and Cirque du Soleil. We have that in common. I love Cirque du Soleil. I just never get out anymore. But I went and saw Ka last time, and
Hey, SF.
I went, and it was just fantastic. And seen so many Cirque du Soleils. I wish I could keep going to see them. So. Anyway,
I've seen a few, not too many. I want to shout our Rockfin out. Our Rockfin's been over here just going off. Jim's hanging out over there. Hey, Dingo ate me, baby. Ronnie Graham already hitting us with the super chat or super ray. I'm going to say it now. I love the in video with all of the women's place in independent media. Missy and Fee look badass. Happy birthday, Fee. Yes, happy birthday, Fee. We got a card in the deck for happy
absolutely.
birthday.
And
Thank you. We love it too.
Yeah,
we do.
that's Linda all the way. I didn't put my grubby hands on that. She did that all on
Yeah,
her
no,
own.
that was 100% Linda,
That
and
was
I
Linda
love it. I
all
love
the way.
it too.
She did a terrific job. And
Hi, Copeland. Copeland, more sales here. Fred
Copeland.
Edwards. Hey, Fred.
Fred. Yeah, we got so many of our friends that share our show
Fred.
out. Our
Hi,
little
Fred.
bar here on Saturday night and other days too.
Okay. I don't want to miss anybody hanging out on the Rockfin. SF Thomas is in the house too.
SF. And
Okay.
and the Rumble. Don't
I
forget
think
about
I got
the,
everybody. We'll shout you guys out again. Like,
and the
towards
Rumble,
the end of the show.
Rumble.
am I
Everybody over on the
glitching or you
Rumble.
glitching? One of us is glitching. It's
I'm gonna
probably
go
me.
over and look at the Rumble.
Missing a light.
We got the Rumble. I need to start the Rumble. Yes. We got Airwaves over there, and Kate's over there, and Caligula's Incarnation is over there. And let me see, my little eyeball here says I got 15 watching now. So Rumble, hi everybody on Rumble. Good to see you.
Hi, Rumble.
I want to remind everybody, particularly tonight, it's a satire show. It really
Yeah,
is.
it really is.
Really is. And if you'd like to give us a hand, if you are in a position to, we've got the big boomer and the Patreon, we got the mid boomer, and we've got the junior boomer. That helps us keep the lights on and keeps Shanda's system from glitching. And
Some days.
And of course, we've got the ever-present and mostly disliked PayPal, but we use it, the hypocrisy. But I got to tell you, Shanda, compared to YouTube, PayPals are saints. YouTube is
I know,
mafia.
right? I used to freaking hate PayPal. But PayPal don't take shit compared to what all the others.
YouTube's taking
taking
50+% of anything that's put in.
55.
Yeah, so if you
55.
guys have something, and you don't mind giving half of it to Google, I wouldn't give it. If you can give it to us through our Patreon, would probably be the best way to go. So
We appreciate it either way,
we
guys.
appreciate
do.
anything you can do. It's tough times out there. So let's get rocking here out of the gate. You've got a green screen glitch there behind you.
I know. Will you crop me in better and cut it out,
Yes,
please?
ma'am. I sure will.
Thank
What
you,
is
thank
this?
you.
What is this? What is this all about?
This is a Kyle Dunnigan, and it's hilarious.
Okay, let's hear Kyle Dunnigan, see what he's got to say.
I wake up at 2 next to I don't know who, but it looks like I must have had fun. I make 10K a day, I don't show up, they still pay. It's good to be the president's son.
President's son.
Hey, you call that a powdered wig?
Yeah, that's better.
That's a powdered wig. Oh, I take out my laptop, then I lose my laptop, then I get another laptop. Hey, wait a minute, low balance alert. Guess I'll have to get a bridge loan from my dad. It's good to be
The president's son. Wait for it.
Wait, are you dead?
Oh,
No, she's breathing.
Jesus Christ. Oh no,
Come on, that
no!
was so good. That was so bad. It was good.
That was so bad it was good. So,
It was.
by the way, just want to make a quick public service announcement. AREM, if you're out there, we do have dance-offs tonight. So
We've got dance-offs and movie. I mean, we brought all of the tricks
well,
tonight.
and we've got AI Oz and AI Shanda tonight. Oh my God! So
Yeah, we got you guys. I think I might be out of work. I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
what's Hillary Clinton doing?
What hasn't she done? Hillary Clinton's the only person in human history to take 145 million from Russia and call other people Russian assets. And she did not have textual relations with that server.
Oh my God! Hypocrisy has no limits here. I gotta say,
Yeah.
I gotta say, what
did not.
this machine makes fascists? Is that what it does?
It does.
Yeah, I know how that goes. You brought Shelly. You brought Shelly retweeted Jimmy Saves the World here. Do you want me to read it or you?
Well,
want-
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if you want it.
People from all over the mountain walked to town in hopes of food being delivered by military plane. We walked 8 miles. It was in waist-high snow to get here. I was just told no food is coming. We really are being forgotten about. I feel like I'm going to die up here. And this is Jimmy lives up in I think it's California towards Big Bear area maybe. I don't know for sure.
Right. Yeah, she's up in the mountains. And yet again, this is just another fucking Biden not giving a shit about the people of the fucking country when they're in goddamn need, right? So
Yeah.
here's just a small clip. I mean, these people have been snowed in. It's been ongoing for, a week and a half. And there's whole towns that are fucking buried, like 10 feet deep, 15 feet deep, because they're not incorporated and they're little towns out in the middle of the woods. Nobody's fucking helping them. Nobody's getting up there. People are trapped in their fucking houses. Roofs are collapsing. I mean, it's getting super serious. Snow kills.
After days of record snowfall that left residents trapped and running out of food, finally some help is on the way.
But people stuck in the San Bernardino County mountains say the situation is growing dire by the day. KTLA's Carlos Herrera is live in San Bernardino with more on our top story. And Carlos, you can really compare the situation because yesterday morning at this time, we were talking to you out there as well. How have things changed?
Slow but steady progress. That's the word we're getting from officials this morning. We're right at the closure here at Highway 18 and Lower Waterman Canyon Road. You can see the cones and the barricades here this morning, a few miles north to where it was yesterday. So that's definitely a sign of progress. However, this morning, CHP escorts have still been canceled until further notice because officials say roads up the mountains are still impassable and many affected residents here this morning stuck. They made their way down the mountains to try and get supplies like food, water, and medicine, get back up to their loved ones. They are still here this morning. Pierre, you're living Crestline. You've been here for a few days now.
Yeah, just waiting for this to open. They say it's going to be closed for the weekend, but we're just going to wait it out.
And you're desperately trying to get help for your girlfriend and your dog up there.
That I am.
Tell me about that. What are you hearing from them?
Well, it's waist high. She fell into a hole, but she took her time and calmed down and got out of it. So yeah, I just want to go up there, help her shovel this snow because rooftops are falling in and all that type of stuff.
Vehicles are not being allowed through. You said you're willing to walk up the mountain to get help.
I am. If this weekend gets fully closed, I'm going to walk this up. It's not a big deal to me, not for my loved one.
You realize it's 4 miles up the mountain, right?
That's nothing to me for my love.
You're willing to do that for your loved ones.
Oh, yeah.
Pierre, you're not the only one stuck here this.
That's crazy. I mean, I would do it. I get it.
Yeah, that's
It's your family up there and nobody gives a goddamn shit. The state, the county, the fucking the feds, nobody cares.
Yeah, I
Nobody's
used to
gonna help.
live in Bakersfield, so I wasn't that far away from it. So
It's beautiful through there, but they're not prepared for this because it's been drought for so many fucking years, man. They don't ever expect they're going to get nailed like this snow wise. The jet stream has just been shifted, and normally that's the wet shit that's hitting us, and it has just turned south, and it's just fucking pummeling California.
I get spooked up here because if we have snow and then rain after it, we flood. So it's really.
I know, it's so scary. Well, yeah, you're down in that valley for sure, but thoughts out to Jimmy and fucking where's Biden?
Yeah.
Where's any help?
Well, I'm sure he's in East Palestine helping East
Well,
Palestine.
no, I think this exactly right here. She says no,
No? No. Okay.
No.
Just checking.
not going to happen.
And it would appear that this is one of those national events where people will not be satisfied until the president himself goes there, even if you have all of your important cabinet level officials go. So it also appears as if not going to go, not going to go. Okay, now we're going to go. So what are the factors that will be required for the president to go? Is it a specific deliverable that he can bring? Is it a specific invitation from local officials? Is it a certain kind of window where he will feel comfortable?
Well, he already got an invitation from the governor. I think you heard the governor said he's welcome to come to Ohio. He's been to Ohio many times before during his administration, so it's not unusual for him to go there.
What?
He's been there before. He doesn't need to go.
I think the problem with people like this is that they are so stupid that they have no idea how stupid they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bubble and a half. I think that's a stupid bubble. So
He's been there. He's been there.
He's been
He's
there.
been there. He's been there.
was
doesn't
he
need
there
to
when
go.
they were spraying toxic waste in people's faces? No.
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 Okay, just
And
checking.
you know, the situation there is getting so much more dire. So, I've been keeping an eye on Erin Brockovich. She's been there doing town halls, talking with the residents, advocating for them, right? And, I talk shit about Erin because she has been loved by the tabloids since the early 2000s, ever since the movie about her became big with Julia Roberts. And, they'd always write stories about how she would have mold in her house and then she would go sue the contractors who built her house. And there was always these like drama cases around her that she was always trying to bring awareness to. But really, she got into this really boutique, cliquey left thing, right? Vote for Hillary, that type of shit. And so I've always just had a bad taste ever since that. But I mean, I see her out there. She's fighting for the people. And, and I've been telling you guys, I'm going to keep an eye on her. If she sells them out and this is just a photo op, I'm going to tell you. But now Ohio's police is claiming that she has the potential for a special interest terrorism. What the fuck is special interest terrorism? So, the risk posed by Erin Brockovich in the wake of the Norfolk Southern Trail derailment is that she could be special interest terrorism.
Of special interest as far as being a terrorist? Is that what they're trying to say?
I don't know. For one, we're not allowed to say that word on YouTube, but that's not the word anyways. It's terrorism.
Terrorism. Okay.
But special interest terrorism. So these are their new key phrases for people that are bringing awareness to corruption and, public poisoning. And they just change the language,
Oh, God.
So I'll keep an eye on it. But if they're after her, that tells you that she's pissing somebody off.
Yeah. What do you got here?
Well, Jilly sent me this. I haven't seen Jilly yet. Poor Jilly. Jilly's power is always out. Fuck PG&E. Fuck PG&E. And Erin Brockovich did fuck PG&E. So, that's a good thing. Jilly sent me this tonight. This was just like 3 hours ago. A major dam has now busted in Palestine, Ohio. And all of that contaminated water where you've seen them pull the sticks through. We've seen Ford Fisher down there, looking at all the dead fish, and you can see the chemicals floating on top of the water. It is now free running.
It's got to go somewhere, Shanda.
Oh my God. This is such a disaster.
This is Dabu 7. I wanted to share some information here in regards to this East Palestine dam that was constructed to hold back toxic wastewater. It has broken. And they're saying because of all the heavy rain and the flooding in the area, it has caused this to give way. And as you can see right here, this is from one of the organizers out of River Valley Organizing, saying that one of their people up there in East Palestine caught this photo and said, look, this thing is gone. So this is releasing toxic waste in water into the local waterways again, or even into floodwaters. This could mix in with all types of stuff. This is terrible, the situation here at this point. They should have already had a lot of this in the cleanup phase. They're dropping the ball big time on East Palestine. But this is just a huge heads up for anyone that's around the area that they had blocked off and downstream from this site. I'll continue to update on Twitter and Instagram as I get more. Also, join me Monday and Friday for the live shows, 9 p.m. Eastern on Dabu 777, where I talk about this and a whole lot more in greater detail. Hope to see you guys there.
Is this going to go away? Are they going to kick the can down the road far enough to where people are going to forget about it?
Spring's just coming, right? April showers, bring May flowers. So, I mean, and it's a valley, right?
Yeah.
Ohio's a valley, the Ohio Valley, right?
Yeah.
So it's prone to flooding, and all those chemicals have got to flush out and wash into all of the river systems. I mean, how long till it's at the water table, or is it already at the water table?
Okay.
You know.
Let me ask you: the United States government is not incompetent, so they're doing this on purpose. If that follows,
They
right?
are incompetent because they have been stacked with corrupt lobbyists, fucking talking head COEs from
Unqualified
CEOs,
people in position.
Unqualified. You hear who they want to put in charge of the fucking FAA? Like some dude who's not even a fucking pilot. Or what? Like,
Way to go, Brownie. Way to go, Brownie.
They're never qualified. You know, we've seen it for 20, 30 fucking years, my whole life. The exact opposite of what we needed in an agency, they will find it and they will put it in there, you know. And yeah, it's going to get worse. And we had another train derailment tonight, like an hour ago.
Well, I'm a half a mile from the train tracks here, and it doesn't look all that great for me either. So
Well, they haven't been maintaining them since like the late, what was it? Jimmy had one of my favorite railroad guy on yesterday. Great fucking interview. If you didn't watch it, watch it, because it was very informative about the state of the condition of our railways in the United States, who owns them, that they're fucking monopolies, they're regional monopolies.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care to maintenance their tracks because they're the only ones running on their tracks. So fuck it. We don't care. We ain't fixing it. We're going to only put 2 people on a 3-mile long fucking train and send it on its way.
Well, with the amount of money that the railroad industry brings in, it's chump change when they get fined.
Yeah, billions. They're pocketing billions while they're not being responsible for fucking anything.
So they'll take a couple of $1 million fine. They don't care.
It's just like Big Pharma.
Yeah. Sabby Sabs had some rail people on her show. I think the shortcut today. Make sure you go over to Sabby Sabs and watch it. It was very
support the
informative.
railroad workers.
I do
you guys
too.
strike, man. We got your back, man.
Yep,
we need these bigger workforces.
Union
to step
Busters, Strike Breaker could never be said about any of us in our community. What do you got here, Columbia University? What's going on here?
Well, this is might be good news for some. So Columbia University will no longer require SATs or CATs scores in undergrad admissions, the first Ivy League college to implement pandemic emergency measures as official policy. So yeah, fuck you don't have to take the SATs or the CAT or the ACTS. How crazy is that? Yeah, no, there's no placement, nothing. Just you're going to be in school till you're done paying us, and then we'll let you out.
You just want to make sure you're a club member. That's what we want you to do.
Yeah, you got to have daddy's got to be a club.
I did a bad thing here today. I brought a rising. But
you warned me though.
I know, I warned you. But this is pretty good. Makes a lot of sense. So give it a listen and see if you're enraged as much as I was when I heard this and watched this.
I'm never enraged at Tucker.
Get you there. Well, a new law enforcement center has actually been unveiled in Washington, D.C. It's designed to prepare for another January 6th attack or a public health emergency. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said at the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the facility, "We've learned a lot from the past 3 years. Be prepared for anything and everything, whether that's a global pandemic or an emergency at the U.S. Capitol." Those are similar. More than 24 law enforcement agencies, including staff from the FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Park Police, U.S. Capitol Police, Washington, D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department, will occupy the 42,000 square foot space in downtown Washington, NBC reports. That's exciting.
They're using public funds to militarize our cities. Mm-hmm. And we're all standing by and watching it happen. And they're specifically using black mayors to run cover for these authoritarian efforts. It's happening here. It's happening in Atlanta with Cop City. It's happened in Chicago. It's happening all across the country. And to the extent that there is a political cohort in the United States that is concerned about the civilians' right to bear arms and protect themselves and have militias in states and those kinds of things, I think that group should be a lot more concerned about what the state power is aggregating in cities like these. We have seen that when the police is increasingly militarized, there are more conflicts, escalations that are unnecessary, excessive force used with the civilian public, that the police departments ultimately have to pay a great deal of money, again, public money, to settle those kinds of claims. There is no material benefit for the people in these cities. Cities don't get safer, crime rates don't go down. This is military spending on civilian populations, and identity politics and black mayors are being used to run cover for this effort.
Yeah.
And it's gross.
Yeah.
It's no sound. We went through. Oh man, sorry guys. Thanks Kelly for giving me the heads up on that. We're back.
We're back.
We're just gonna erase and say they've been militarizing the police forever, and at least since in the 90s, and it's just gotten worse. And it coincided with the Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and then Iraq. It got on steroids. They should have stopped with the militarization of the police. You cannot do that. And to say defund the police, I don't know if that was the best way to go, but I can't be a Monday morning quarterback because it's not fair to our sisters and brothers who actually were talking about that. So once again, anyway, let's move on. I flubbed the sound. Sorry, guys. If that's the worst thing I do tonight, I'll be happy. What do we got here?
United Spot. We got a lot of United Spots tonight.
Here we go.
Hey, Lori, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just still in shock.
Come on, you gotta stay positive.
I just can't believe this happened. I was such a good mayor.
I know. I was a good governor. But because of Trump, it all came to an end.
I just wanted to help people. I saved so many lives.
I did too. So did I. Me too.
Me too. This is all Trump's fault. I just want 60 seconds alone with Trump.
Trump pulled the trigger on my gun. I'm like totally being investigated because of Trump. Trump made me send taxpayer dollars to Ukraine. Trump sent me to the hospital. And he sent my wife on vacation. I'm not House Speaker anymore because it's Trump.
Trump made me go to the Standard Hotel. And he made me eat hot toxic pasta. Trump deleted all my emails. And he got me fired. Trump got me fired too. Yeah, he got me fired too. He got me fired too. He made me marry my brother. He ended my acting career. Trump got people to vote for me. Trump totally wants to date me. Trump made them fire me. It's all Trump's fault. He's responsible for all of this. All the crime in Chicago, the shootings, the carjackings. It was all Trump. He did this.
Tell us where they're wrong there. I mean, it's pretty it's bad, but it's what the context.
It's bad, but it's pretty dead on.
I mean, the View people, the View. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. So,
but did you see the interview with this chick here? I didn't bring it, so we never talked about it in any of the shows. But she was like the jury foreman for the grand jury indictment they were going after Trump for in Atlanta, I want to say. And she was just fucking foaming at the mouth about how I was gonna swear Trump in, and I just wanted a few minutes alone with him. And she's giggling. It was the most insane shit I think I've seen in a long time.
Well, all I can say is I'm owed a lot of side bets from my friends who live off of MSNBS.
Oh, I know.
And
they think Trump's going to go to prison.
Orange jumpsuit, and I said, I tell you what, when he's in an orange jumpsuit, I'll concede the bet, but for now you owe me. And
when Hillary's standing right next to him, then I'll concede the bet.
Yeah,
It'll never happen.
We're having a visit from AI Shanda tonight a couple of times here. So
guys, Oz sends me this, and I'm like, okay, cool. Looks like me, and he could get it to talk, but it doesn't sound like me. And the other night, he sends me a video, and I'm just like, I just answered, does that mean I don't have a job anymore?
And she got silenced. She got silenced.
I got AI outsourced.
Yeah, she got AI outsourced. But what we thought we would do was we would use our AI avatars to read some of these more complex, the yum in this case. Linda, our producer, writes
the ones we always fuck up. Right?
Linda's a good writer. She really is. But this is AI Shanda, and it's really AI Shanda. So check it out, everybody. This is Ozymandias. This is where I got my nickname Oz from.
The name Ozymandias became more widely known in the English-speaking world through a sonnet of the same name, written by the British poet Percy Bysshe Shelley in 1817. In Shelley's poem, Ozymandias is used as a symbol of the fleeting nature of human power and glory, as the poem describes the ruined statue of the pharaoh in the desert, with only his proud boast inscribed on the pedestal remaining. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair.
Mighty and despair.
Pretty good, huh?
I did not say those words. So that's not a recording where Oz got me to say it, and then no, I did not say any of that. That's
AI, man. That's AI. This is what we're coming to. I know it's kind of scary, but it works because some of these. First of all, Shanda can't see the screen, and I can't read half the time, and so it's easier for us to read this stuff now that we've got a great AI to read it for us. So we just add the avatars. Did you see this? This was Revolution Magna Carta. Now the left don't have any power, fool, and this is Barack Obama.
They always have to tell you. They have to tell you the truth, right?
Yeah,
you just got to listen.
This is satire. I'm. How the left actually sees power. So let's hear how.
Thanks, Popeye.
Let's hear how the left actually seized power, shall we, Shanda?
Yeah, we know.
We know how they seized power.
Oh, where'd it go?
It's right there.
It's right there.
Here it comes.
Understand, it's not necessary for people to believe this information in order to weaken democratic institutions. You just have to flood a country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing that citizens no longer know what to believe.
Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth.
The game's won.
Yeah, Shanda, the game's won, and the Democrats are in charge this time of the other half of the Uniparty, and it's their corporate donors. It's the wealthy who are running them. And
He says flood them with a sewer, like the sewer that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, like the sewer. Talk about, I regret voting for him.
Me too.
Like there's no tomorrow. I worked my ass off to get him elected the first time around, and
I gave up. I was just like, oh, we did it. Yeah. We did it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about politics. I didn't look at politics for like another 6 years or something.
We did it, and he put over 5 million people out on the streets, lost their homes, and he started, 4 more wars going on?
Dropped so many bombs, he ran out of bombs.
I think the
went from 2 to 7.
The big thing that's starting to rear its ugly head now is that he got rid of habeas corpus, which that was huge, and people were asleep at the stick allowing that to happen. Not to mention he tried to push another NAFTA on his way out the door so he could rich himself more. That Trans-Pacific Partnership was absolute bullshit.
Oh, don't think they're not done with that shit.
No, they're
still
doing
trying to shove that shut down our throats. They're just doing it a different way now. They're coming at us through the WHO and shit.
Yeah, they're doing it around the edges because people aren't going to go for it because NAFTA did us in.
Well, and what's going on is these corporations have sovereignty because they're recognized by not being in the United States. So that's how they fucking get around it.
Yeah, and money is free speech.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. No, anybody tries to tell you that, just tell them to F off. What do you got here? You brought.
So I brought this clip yesterday to our Uncensored, which we love our Uncensored Friday mornings. If you guys aren't checking that out, we hang out on Rubble and Rockfin and everything we can't say on, Beauty and the Boomer and our regular shows. Yeah, we just unload on Friday mornings. It's been so bad that Twitter keeps smacking us with warnings.
Just because we put Uncensored on the thumbnail. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. So I just quit fighting. I was like, whatever. If people think that it's that bad, it needs a warning on Twitter, maybe they'll click it. But I was going to bring this yesterday. I call this Row the Hoe.
Let's hear Row the Hoe. I really don't like this guy.
Me neither.
The chairman of the committee, Mike Gallagher, last night gave an assessment of the future of the relations between the U.S. and China. Here's what he said. Listen here.
It's not a polite tennis match. This is an existential struggle over what life will look like in the 21st century. And the most fundamental freedoms are at stake.
Do you agree with that? And if so, what do we do about it?
He's right that the China challenge is a generational challenge. I think we need to do 2 things. One, I was just in Taiwan. We need to make sure that Taiwan has defense capability. All the parties in Taiwan want that. We need to make sure we're giving them the $18 billion of arms so that they can actually help deter China. And second, we need to make sure our manufacturing is coming back here and we're reducing the trade deficits with China.
That's just absurd. That's just absurd.
He was just in Taiwan, and we got to be there to deter, China.
Like I tell you, I think this guy gets his jollies lying to the camera, and the bigger shows,
I think he does too.
The bigger jollies he gets, he can go find himself some Astroglide somewhere and use what he's got. That's probably not even worth working. What do we got here?
This is a Babylon Bee, and it's funny.
Okay, Babylon Bee.
Good morning, everyone. As you know, there have been some recent reports suggesting that our vaccine is not safe. This, of course, is ridiculous. If you look at the science, you will see that there are no side effects. In fact, I myself have been boosted 4 times.
Boosted 4 times. This notion that vaccines can have any kind of side effect is a right-wing conspiracy bolstered by MAGA Republicans, hate groups, and probably Russia. Look, would we vaccinate 7 billion people if there were side effects?
Side effects? Of course not. It's dangerous and, quite frankly, irresponsible to blame the recent uptick of people suddenly collapsing on our product. Healthy people have always suddenly
fallen to the ground from heart
problems. This is totally
normal. Nothing is.
Wrong. Nothing is wrong. Sorry, we ran out of the spokespeople.
you not collapsing? Did you get the vaccine?
No. Don't be silly. I don't want to collapse. I'm not a fool. I want to live. I want to live. Why did I put these here? It's good enough. Whatever. I don't get paid enough for this. Dumb dead bodies.
Wow. Wow.
Don't freak out. It's on YouTube. It's okay.
I don't
it's
think
okay.
they give
They
a
didn't
shit.
say anything.
I don't
Yeah.
think they care if it's on YouTube. I just, they're just going to pick and choose what they want to nail. But yeah, satire.
Yeah.
It's all satire. If we can't do satire.
They were saying the right thing, so if algorithms probably won't pick it up. And I've seen the smaller channels get smacked for shit, and the bigger channels not take hits for it. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, MSNBC is still putting disinformation out there. So, what are you gonna do? What's this? You got a memeology here, huh?
Memeology. This is a press conference where they were talking about gain of function at the White House.
Oh, that's a sore subject with a lot of us.
Senator Paul, with all due respect, you are entirely and completely incorrect that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain of function research in the Wuhan Institute.
Do they fund Dr. Barrick?
We do not fund.
Do you fund Dr. Barrick's gain of function research?
Dr. Barrett does not doing gain of function research, and if it is, it's according to the guidelines, and it is being conducted in North Carolina.
I don't think inserting a bat virus spike protein that he got from the Wuhan Institute into the SARS virus is gain of function.
That is
you would
not
be in the minority because at least 200 scientists have signed a statement from the Cambridge Working Group saying that it is gain of function.
Well, it is not.
Without weighing in one way or the other on origin of the virus, you've made clear that there's no consensus. Does the president believe, though, that the reward outweighs the risk when it comes to gain-of-function research?
Does the reward outweigh the risk when it comes to gain of
that type of research is proven?
History degree. You're going to have to say that again.
Does the president believe that this type of gain-of-function research is proven?
He believes that it's important to help prevent future pandemics, which means he understands that there has to be legitimate scientific research into the sources or potential sources of pandemics so that we understand it, so that we can prevent them, and we can prevent them from happening, obviously. But he also believes, and this is why he wants the whole of government effort here to understand it, that research has to be done and must be done in a safe and secure manner and as transparent as possible to the rest of the world so people know what's going on. So I think that's a fancy way of saying yes.
Ah! We're gonna die! Right?
Right.
Ah!
Now, how many people to date have died because of what we hear is COVID? Quite a few, right? Millions?
Yeah. I remember watching this with Amber in 2021 and knowing that he was lying, knowing what everybody's now finding out. I mean, we knew it then. Lots of people knew. We're not muted, are we?
I don't think so. I'm just following up on something. You brought a movie tonight.
I did bring a movie, but I want to shout Kate out. Thank you so much for the Super Ray, Kate. We appreciate it.
Kate.
Over on the Roar Media Rock Fan.
We appreciate
this is a weird movie. Okay, so this movie, I totally was like, oh, I like this movie. I like this movie. Till the last 30 seconds of it. And then I was like, fuck this movie. So check it out and tell me if you agree.
I don't know. So we're gonna watch a movie that you didn't like the last 30 seconds? Okay. Here we go. Let's put the movie in. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it does. Until you get to the last 30 seconds, and you're like, fuck that.
Panopticon.
Panopticon.
Is there sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
March 17th, 2020. I broke free. It was the last exam. I wasn't ever good at math, and the nightmare finally ended. I just wanted to shrink down, but I decided to walk home. I was walking through the grey smog and could see the raging skyscrapers at a distance that were blurred by it. It felt as if I was at the lowest point. Now, I always try to juxtapose this image of dystopia over everything, trying to manifest that moment of melancholia, and more often than not, I find one. I reached home and heard about this disease which was infecting thousands of people every single day.
We now have a name for the disease, COVID-19.
On March 25th, a lockdown was eventually imposed, and then it extended and extended and extended. It seemed as if we were all trapped in a jail, and the disease was engulfing us. We were all looking at the benevolent guard in the tower. No one had ever seen him, but he can see everything. We didn't escape our presence, but rather expanded the panopticon.
Okay, 30 seconds.
The disease disappeared at last. The tower in the middle nearly became a point and eventually vanished. Now it seems the tower is gone, the guard is gone, and the guard is dead.
I don't agree. The guard is not gone and the guard is not dead. It had me till the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, that's hellaciously metaphorical. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for that movie, I think.
I've always brought us weird movies.
Yeah, I love
years,
your
so.
weird movies. I love your movies. I love this meme too. It's pretty right on.
Let's see the world right now. Me still tending my silly little garden to stay sane. Yeah. Gardening does make
I
you
get
sane.
it. What I don't care for is the picture of this guy right here.
Bernie, I couldn't bring the clip because it's BBC. But Bernie Sanders on sending more weapons to Ukraine. I'm not on the issue that heavy. I haven't been that heavily involved, but I support whatever the president is doing. That's what he said.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
The United States and NATO cannot sit back and allow
I'm
Russia's
not that heavily
aggression.
involved. Bernie, you're voting for this fucking money that's exiting the country.
Well, where was he during the Maidan coup? Why isn't he talking about that? If he's against, he can't allow
He's not
aggression.
talking about anything.
Yeah, just retire. He's same shit over and over and over again. It just gets old. Let's wrap this up with another United spot, shall we?
I told you they were killing it this week, so I had to bring a couple of them.
Good.
So yeah, let's make fun of Fetterman for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey there. What's your name?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. All right, so
I go there and you go in the dark.
Yeah, I do. I went up there and yep.
Yeah,
that's where it was.
Tater tots and gummy bears and the.
Hey, you ever think about like if a dog really meant cat?
I can count the potatoes.
Yeah, me too. All right, so I gotta ask some questions to see if you're fit to be a manager over at Burger King.
Potato salad.
All right, so how can everything come from nothing when nothing is something? It has nothing to do.
10
That's right.
All right, dingo.
If you are me and I'm me, then why are you not me and me not you?
Calling you.
I like turtles.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. How can you fall asleep if you're not sleeping?
Well, pickles and honey butter.
That's right, man. You're good at this. You know, you remind me a lot of Hunter.
I go pee-pee.
Yeah, me too. All right. When do horses sneeze and you laugh for no reason?
Come there, they say. I go back to the now there we go.
Exactly. Man, you're doing great.
Tuna fish and peanut willy sauce.
All right. Next question. Do fish get thirsty? That's a great question, but seriously, what do you think chickens think humans taste like?
Why are roads built so close to the ground?
I mean, what shape is the sky? You know?
What's the opposite of opposite?
Yeah, why does Superman wear his underwear on the outside? I mean, seriously.
Camouflage and sloppy mud water make the color of a porcupine.
Oh, man, you're the second smartest person I know. You got the job. Hey, Hunter,
can you blow up a balloon under water?
Let's go try it out.
Oh my God, Shanda. That's terrible.
But we're not done. We're not done. We got a 3-fer for this one.
Oh
so
my God.
This is Senator Potato from Salty Cracker.
Oh, I love Salty.
You're running for a seat that could decide the balance of power in Washington. What qualifies you to be a U.S. Senator? You have 60 seconds.
Hi, good night, everybody. Oh man, we're gonna have a great show for you tonight. 4:30 avocado time. Description box below. saltmustflow.com. Watch live, and you can see us making fun of this dude and all the other nonsense that's happened this week. You've got John Fetterman. You've got Pennsylvania Republicans demanding proof of life, considering he's now been in a hospital for 2+ weeks. Nobody's seen him. Nobody's heard from him. But he's still co-sponsoring bills.
Yeah, what's up with that?
We have a dude in a hospital who's brain damaged. He's hiding from people, and he's writing law. He's co-sponsoring law.
Yeah, I don't enjoy going after people, but everything's so hanky with this government, this administration, like so many others.
Yeah.
It just ain't right. It ain't right. So
no, it isn't right. I mean, I could see if he'd been a sitting, but he just got in there. He's obviously not capable of doing the job. I feel bad for him, but the people deserve representation, and that's not getting
well, we
it.
knew
and what the fuck? He's writing law from Walter Reed.
Yeah. Well, what was he running against? Dr. Oz or something? And he quote unquote won. So
yeah, exactly. Dr. Oz, one of Oprah's buddies, right?
Oh my
but
God.
we know why this happens, right? And it's because the Democrats needed him. So here they are.
Oh my God.
Well,
sort of.
Mitch needed him too, apparently.
Hey, John, wakey, eggs and bacon.
Rise and shine, John. It's time to go to work.
Come on, John, wake up.
Wake up, John.
Wake up, John.
Are you alive?
Of course he's alive. Come on, John, stop screwing around. You gotta co-sponsor this bill.
Yeah, John, it's really important that you sign this document.
Open your eyes, John.
John, blink once if you can understand me.
I know why he's not responding. He can't understand us without his computer. Here, let me check him.
Nancy, I don't think he's alive.
Well, then check his pulse.
I'm not feeling a pulse, Nancy.
Oh, let me check. Hey, John. John! Yep, he's dead.
Now what are we gonna do? We need him to co-sponsor this bill.
Well, what if we just pretend he's alive?
Can we do that?
Why not? We've done it before.
Do it with
oh,
Biden.
Yeah, I forgot
I know, right?
I don't even know if I'm the real Nancy. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Joe's FaceTiming Sean. Oh, no. If Joe finds out, he'll tell everybody. Yeah, he will. What are we going to do? Hang on. I think I got an idea. Hey, buddy. Sean. You're freezing up, buddy. Slow down. Hello, good night.
Weekend at Bernie.
Yeah, I think I left the sprinklers on. Yeah, man. Hey, well, it was good talking to you, too. And presto. Sean has completed his first Zoom call as a ghost. He looks so real. How'd you do it? Shape and toothpicks. Works every time. Oh, this is so exhausting.
It is Weekend
What
at
are we going to
Bernie's.
do? I know. We can hire a body double to take his place. Are you sure we can do that? Are you kidding? Of course we can. We own Hollywood. Nancy, are you sure this is going to work? Of course it's going to work. Settle down. Well, what if they find out? They didn't find out about Ruth. They didn't find out about Feinstein. Hey, everybody, it's me, John Fetterman. I'm just getting ready to co-sponsor this bill. Thanks again for all your support. Hello, goodbye. Nothing weird going on over here.
These guys are the worst. Shanda.
Come on, they killed it. That was hilarious.
Oh,
And
our-
to throw John Malkovich in there, that was perfect.
Oh, God, that was awful. Now, here's one of your favorite people.
Bye-bye, Lori. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to bitch about her for a while anymore. But we'll work for CNN, of course.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
They all do. We'll switch it up. We'll switch it over to Germany real quick. I picked this up this morning, and it's Empire of Lies, friend of the show. We're friends of Empire of Lies. This brave lady wasn't afraid of this punk at all. The real question, why is this Banderite coward in Berlin and not on the front lines? That's a great question. I think that should be asked to Sean Penn, too. What is this Ukrainian doing in Berlin? Well, this is what this Ukrainian's doing in Berlin, and this is how this lady is reacting to it.
Schon. Provozier nicht die Dame, was soll das?
Want to see it again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Schon. Provozier nicht die Dame, was soll das?
Get that shit out of that lady's
Fucking
face.
bullies, man. They're fucking bullies. That's all I see is the Nazi bullies.
Yeah, they are Nazi bullies. Just wanted to do an encore presentation of this one, reminding everybody who your nuclear weapon company are.
That's a good list.
Yeah, that's a great list. This is a keeper. We're going to keep this. Boeing, Bechtel, BWX Technologies, General Dynamics, Rocketdyne, and I don't know who the hell Moog is. They make organs for planes or something. Saffron.
Moog.
That almost
Saffron.
sounds like a chemical.
Serco.
Sounds chemical. They all sound chemical. And
Textron.
Yeah, Watchlander Industries, and then you got your Agility Holdings up there. So it's all about money. Murder, death, kill is money. So when are we going to stop messing with this stuff, everybody? We need an anti-war movement, and that movement needs to get rid of get rid of what the cats are assailing you.
No, I said the chats. No, but I got the cats in here too. My poor neurotic little baby kitty. She can't stand wind. And we have been having a hell of a windstorm today. And so she's just petrified. She just sits in the corner and shakes. She can't eat. It's the most neurotic thing I've ever seen.
I love the kitties. Our kitty's just having a great time out in the studio. They own
Samantha.
Samantha has her own house, a real house. So that's great. Now, this is the third incarnation of AI Shanda. And some people back earlier when we showed Osmandius, AI Shanda. Ooh, creepy. Yeah, it is creepy, but it's going to get better.
Creepy.
When it gets better, it's going to be real creepy. That's the problem I'm going to have with it. But here we are with a yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm just confused on this one, so I'll just listen and then you tell me.
Okay, this is a Yum Yum, and Yum Yum is the sweetest news source of America. Linda coined that phrase, but here we go. AI Shanda is going to talk about the NYC dot strikes out. Department of Transportation honors Jakey Robinson. I think Linda's talking about a mistake they made.
NYC dot strikes out. Department of Transportation honors Jakey Robinson. The road formerly known as Interborough Parkway was renamed in 1997 after Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Jackie Robinson. It was renamed again recently for Jakey Robinson, fourth grade first base sensation at PS 142. Asked why he thought he was chosen as the Parkway's new honoree, the 9-year-old replied, "Well, my dad says he greased some palms, but I'm not sure what that means." Sadly for young Jakey, the Parkway will again be named for Jackie Robinson as was intended. However, the city will keep his father's money.
Linda, that's funny. Now that I get it, it's funny.
That is. It is good.
Good one. Good one.
Those
Cute.
baseball
That was cute.
metaphors elude
It
me,
was.
so that's really good. Speaking of AI, I brought a little clip from this dude that I follow now, and it's called MattVid Pro AI, and he's got more energy. He must drink straight Kool-Aid or have an IV.
He's young. Come on.
Oh my God, I can't even. I have a
endless
hell of a time
energy
keeping
at
up with
that
this
age.
guy, but he's got great tips. But this freaked me out because this is where we're at, and I believe we've had this technology, and I believe they use it in fighter jets. So no surprise. But check it out and tell me what you guys think.
Proper. And it's showing how Stable Diffusion, the text-to-image generation software, can quite literally read your mind when given the correct amount of hookups, let's say. So thanks to Dan Barrage for putting this on my Twitter feed. This is a real submitted paper. Essentially, fMRI scanners were attached to humans' heads, doing an MRI scan of their current brain patterns, and then they were presented certain images on a screen. Essentially, Stable Diffusion was plugged into that fMRI scan output and tried to recreate what the fMRI scan saw. And viewers at home, take a good look at these outputs. They're pretty darn close to what the original image actually was, which means with the correct technology hooked up to your head in the near future, you're basically going to be able to record what your eyes are seeing in a really creepy and weird and incredible way. The teddy bear one is really astonishingly close. You can see the teddy bear has the bow. The actual general color of the teddy bear is also there, and the fact that it's like a flat white background. Again, this one you can tell there was trees in the background, not as good, but the general gist of the landscape is captured. The plane, you can tell that's a plane in the reconstructed image, I think. This one, clearly there's a human, definitely some sort of a snow sport going on, and a white background in general. This one obviously is some sort of a building, possibly with a clock at the top of it. They're pretty close stuff. And again, this is the early stages of this technology. Think about what it's gonna be a few papers down the line. As 2-minute papers always says on YouTube, things change very, very quickly, and pretty soon you're gonna be able to have a hookup that can essentially read your mind. And
now, that's pretty scary, and you want to talk about...
They're saying they're already doing it, though.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean...
the ultimate slippery slope right there.
That's scary.
Now, you just take Elon's chip and embed it in your head, and then you'll be able to do all this. I mean, that's
You're really going to need a fucking tinfoil hat to stop people from fucking just invading your mind to know what the fuck you're thinking about. And I've known this since I dropped acid when I was 12 years old.
I think, yeah.
I've known that you can read somebody else's mind.
This is the Great Reset taking off. It's on the runway and it's taking off. So just wanted to get you guys up to speed on that. Matt is really picky too. You notice those images in that video, they were really good. And he was kind of saying, oh, they're okay. No, they were really good for sticking an electrode on your head and thinking about a picture and having it generated. Yeah. So I wanted to bring something with a little more sanity. And that was Keith Olbermann once again. He did a great job in the opener. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But he does a really good job here. He goes, we can have democracy in this country, or we can have Fox News. We cannot have both. Murdoch showed Biden's ads to Kushner before they became public. It's utterly unethical. Fox News exists because NBC cut a deal in 2009 to save it. Well, let's hear it in Keith's own words so we can all make sense of it.
Rupert Murdoch showed Joe Biden's campaign ads in advance before they became public to Jared Kushner. This does not just violate journalistic and electoral ethics, it may be criminal, and it certainly should mean the metaphorical death penalty for a dark, evil propaganda channel masquerading as a news organization. The latest revelations from the Dominion defamation case against Fox News seals it. Fox News must be deplatformed and the company driven into bankruptcy. We can have democracy in this country, or we can have Fox News. We cannot have both. All that and the story of how NBC colluded with Murdoch to squelch criticism of Fox in 2009, on the Tuesday Countdown podcast, available now wherever you podcast.
I think that's going to stick with Keith. That's what I hear when he opens up his mouth.
Yeah, every time we bring a clip from him now, you got to jack his voice up.
I'm
like
going to
that.
jack his voice up. The guy he's clinical, and he hides in his penthouse apartment and everything else.
Over Central Park,
yeah,
for sure.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. The media's main goal is to divide and conquer. The greatest weapon is not a gun or a bomb. It is the control of information. To control the world's information is to manipulate all the minds that consume it. Anybody want to argue with that? I don't think so.
Nope.
I think that's pretty right on. And we're
Not
going
at all.
to say it until we get bored to death. Now, you brought this. This is some of our great infrastructure.
This was so relevant to me. So when in 2016, and I went to Philadelphia, we literally took the road trip across the country. We stopped in Chicago. And so when I got back, I gave a speech to a room full of fucking Hillary for America haters who just fucking hated me. And in that speech, I said that, I traveled across the country and I saw the missing water from the gorge. I saw the amount or the infrastructure collapsing in Chicago and only being held up by the amount of homeless people under it. And that was the exact quote I used. And here we are. And yeah, that's Chicago's infrastructure. I wasn't exaggerating. It's rusty. It's falling apart. It literally looks like it's going to fall out of the sky. And this has been ongoing for years. But that's just America's infrastructure, right? And this carries, what does it say on it? So 34,000 passengers on what?
70 trains.
70 trains. That's insane. That's an accident waiting to happen. We wonder why every day we turn on the news and there's a train derailment or a fucking industrial accident. This is why.
More to come.
Absolutely.
News at 5,
News at
sadly.
5.
Now, did you bring this? I don't remember bringing this.
I did. Obama made it legal for the media to purposely lie to the American people. In 2012, he signed H.R. 4310, which allowed propaganda to be used on U.S. citizens by its own government, essentially repealing the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948, which banned the use of domestic propaganda.
I lost my mind when that was passed. It was the same thing. I was so done with Obama after he got all the bonuses for the Wall Street people and kicked everybody out on the floor. I mean, I was done with Obama by 2012. I mean, that was actually sooner than that. I was before the 2010. But that, and again, habeas corpus. The guy did more damage to this country. And this is why I say he's probably one of the worst presidents we've had in history, because he's been the one that's pushed through next to Clinton, who passed
and Bush. Don't forget the Patriot Act.
Well, yeah, the Patriot Act. Well, Congress did that. Clinton was the NAFTA and deregulate the telecommunications companies.
Yep. Allowed them to become a fucking monopoly.
It was a wet dream, a corporate wet dream.
He allowed Gates to continue to be a monopoly too.
Yeah. So, when people say, "Oh, Trump's the worst president," no, Trump he might be one of the craziest psycho loose cannon presidents.
Yeah, craziest. Yeah,
but compared to Clinton and Obama and the Bushes, are you effing kidding me? So sorry, I'm not. I don't like Trump at all. I mean, but you know what? The other three are horrible.
Fair is fair, man.
They're horrible.
I learned that from Billie Jean. Fair is fair, man. Let's see. When the UN food chief says words like knocking on famine's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on famine's door.
Oh, there you go. There's your next remake.
Yeah, that's my next remix. Shannon and I are going to start cutting covers one of these days, real soon. I've been promising it a long time. Did you know Rusty Rockets was on Bill Maher's?
I did, and this morning I cut it at 7 o'clock this morning and threw it on the deck to format, and it never showed up. But then you added this, and I was like, cool, I can just delete the one that didn't show up.
Well, I did edit this a little bit.
No, this was great. He's been on a whirlwind tour this week. I mean,
I edited it for length too, by the way, not for context. That's unethical to edit for context.
No, it is.
Just by
totally.
length. So anyway, yeah, he Rusty Rockets went on and kicked the shit out of this John Hellman, and he's some big shot over at MSNBS.
Nicely done.
And he
Yes,
does it
it's
well.
nicely
Check
done.
it out. If you haven't seen it, you're going to love this.
Sean, I've not known you long, but I love you already. But I have to say that it's disingenuous to claim that the biases that are exhibited on Fox News are any different from the biases exhibited on MSNBC. It's difficult to suggest that these corporations operate as anything other than mouthpieces for their affiliate owners in BlackRock and Vanguard. And no one was willing to stick up for genuine American heroes like Edward Snowden. No one was willing to talk about Julian Assange and what he's suffered trying to bring real journalism to the American people. And I think to sit within the castle of MSNBC throwing rocks at Fox News is ludicrous.
My friend.
Make MSNBC better. Make MSNBC great again.
My friend, I would love...
Do you want an example? Do you want an example?
Yes.
The ludicrous, outrageous criticisms of Joe Rogan around ivermectin, deliberately referring to it as a horse medicine, while Rachel Maddow turning up on the TV saying, if you take this vaccine, you're not going to get it, when it hadn't been clinically trialed for transmission. You have to listen. Do you think you can improve America by determinedly and avowedly condemning Fox News without acknowledging that you're participating in the same game? Did you not just listen to Bernie Sanders, someone who plainly, legitimately believes in this country and believes it's possible to change, but is bound by corruption, is bound by the lobbying system? Surely it's clear to you, Bill, as one of the great pundits and experts and comic voices, that systemic change is required. Money has to be taken out of politics. We need new political systems that genuinely represent ordinary Americans so that we can overcome cultural differences. And bickering about which propagandist network is the worst is not going to save a single American life, not improve the life of a single American child, not going to improve America's standing in the world, and the world needs a strong America. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. So you have an obligation, a duty, not to condemn these people.
I think he kicked the shit out of that guy.
He kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, and he took Bill Maher to task, too, which he needs to.
Yes, he did.
Bill has been trying to waffle his way back into the graces of progressives. It ain't going to happen. Once you show your stripes, you
Not
show
with
your
me,
stripes.
yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about somebody that talks truth to power on the regular, that would be Sister Sabrina Salvati. And I've got a Sabby Sebs clip here, but I want to point out 30,000.9. She's going to be at 31. Come on, let's get her up to that 50,000 by July 6th.
Let's go, like
Let's
Sab.
go. That's my wish. That's my wish. Here we go. Great clip from Sabby this week.
And by the way, this is his tweet.
Richie Torres.
He says the Chinese Communist Party has a network of overseas police stations hidden in countries like the US that terrorize Chinese human rights activists. How can we claim to be a defender of freedom abroad if we fail to defend freedom fighters here at home on the US soil? Now, we're going to get back to that statement because he's a hypocrite. But listen to this.
I got one
not
too.
Twitter
I think
again.
we're good.
Twitter's videos, I hate that they do this sometimes, but sometimes they do.
61
It's like you have
wasn't
to
that
refresh
movie
it.
thing, was it? No, put it back.
But it's just really funny to me. He has the nerve to talk about human rights. Please.
From opposing political parties. We're sending a powerful message that the defense of human rights from the abuses of the CCP is not a Democratic value or a Republican value, it's an American value. I am not here because I'm a Democrat, and Mike and Neil are not here because they're Republicans. We are here because we're Americans who believe in the rule of law and human rights and freedom for every single person, including the Chinese dissidents here in the United States.
That's a lie. If he believes in human rights for every single person, then why is it recently when he was confronted about the Palestinians in reference to Israel and Palestine, why did he continue to go on and make excuses for the behavior from the state of Israel, the government, towards the Palestinians, pushing them out, basically committing apartheid? He made excuses for the state of Israel. He was asked multiple times when he was confronted at his meeting in his own district by his own constituents, what about the Palestinians? What about the Palestinian people?
Home run, Sabrina.
Yes.
Broke it off in his eye socket right there. Richie Torres.
What about?
Piece of shit.
Exactly.
Piece of shit. All these guys preaching about human rights in China, they better get off their high horse and start talking about human rights in Palestine. That's what they need to do. So,
No, they never fucking will. They never will.
anyway, go over there, Sabrina. If you haven't sub, share, subscribe. Let's get her up. July 6th. And we do this for our sisters and brothers that we feel strongly that they're on the right path and that they have the courage and conviction of truth to power. Sabrina's one of them. There's other ones out there. Kit over there at Heartlands.
Yeah, different formats than us, but they're putting so much truth out there, and they have such great and grace with their understanding of the politics and what's happening. Yeah, no, I think they're great.
They're a great source of information. Convo Couch, INN News, all of them. INN's bringing stories that you don't get every day. That's one of their strong points. That's why we love our sisters and brothers over there. What do you got here?
You're just here to corrupt your mind. Okay, so I have a question about this one. So Daily Mail says top Russian scientist who created the Sputnik V COVID vaccine is strangled to death with a belt in his Moscow apartment in row with intruder.
He had a row with an intruder?
How does the Daily fucking Mail know this? Anytime the Daily Mail has something to report on Russia, I just automatically go, propaganda.
Yeah, it kind of bothers me when I see Daily Mail put out chicken is actually beef. You know, things like that.
Yeah, all day long. It's just bullshit. I don't trust anything that comes out from Daily Mail.
Maybe they're satire too. I don't know. So, but I wouldn't use them as a solid source. What do you got here?
This pissed me off. So I got this from a friend of the show, Kathy Copeland Patton. She shared this in a group. And this is, I'm not even going to say the name. I'm just not even going to go there. Make sure you are writing down the name and taking screenshot of Putin supporters in your state. They will become a deadly dangerous, and we are going to need to round these people up when we go into a hot war with Russia. And my response was, oh, look, more tyrannical fascists from the left. It better be you that comes to collect me, motherfucker.
Is this the next one? This is the Jimmy thing right here?
Oh, Amber sent me this, I think. Is this what you were talking about yesterday, Amber? So this is the Havana syndrome.
Jimmy Dore, right?
Havana syndrome. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you remember when they were saying that Russia was targeting U.S. diplomats with some kind of weapon that get powered weapon? Remember this?
Exclusive new reporting this morning from NBC News. Intelligence agencies investigating attacks on U.S. diplomats in Cuba and China now strongly suspect that Russia is to blame. 26 government workers in Havana had mysterious brain injuries starting in late 2016. And then this year, one U.S. worker in China was diagnosed with similar symptoms. Joining me now with more on this is NBC News intelligence and national security.
So just, this is their national security reporter who was outed as working directly for the CIA when he worked for by the LA Times. Guess what? He's still employed gainfully. He's their number one guy. Why? Because they're frickin' the establishment. That's why. He's a known liar working for CIA. That's our guy. And here we go. What does he say about it?
Reporter Ken Delaney. And so this has been a mystery. The CIA, the FBI, other intelligence agencies have all been working to try to figure out what exactly happened here. Why do they suspect Russia now? And what's the evidence that they have?
Well, it's still partially a mystery, Chris, but they have more and more evidence.
But why don't we just say Russia? Come on.
3 U.S. officials tell us pointing to Russia, including communications intercepts that suggest that the Russian intelligence agency was involved.
So now what they're doing is what's called spreading misinformation. This is what Trump would call fake news because it's fake. Remember, because they got it right from the CIA and they don't ever question the CIA. The CIA feeds them a story and they repeat it verbatim, which is what they just did. Here's the CIA director says there will be consequences if Russia is behind Havana syndrome attacks. That's from November 21, right? Guess what? The new CIA director admits there is no Havana syndrome. That's from July of 2022. So it just took to get one new CIA director. Go ahead, Kurt.
At this point, I think they made some sort of sonic weapon themselves. That it's so twisty. Why is he saying You can't trust a goddamn thing they say.
Nothing. You can't trust anything the news says. So this is Director CIA William J. Burns. Here he is backing down from 6-year-old debunked claims of Havana syndrome in an interview with, here he is, ready? So he's going to debunk it.
A few months ago, the intelligence community across the board, made public some preliminary findings. The broadest was that we don't assess that a foreign player, whether the Russians or anyone else, is behind or is responsible for a sustained global campaign on the scale of what has been reported to harm U.S. personnel with a weapon or some kind of external device. We further stated publicly several months ago that in the majority of incidents, and we've investigated each one as thoroughly as we possibly can, and we're still working on a number of them, that you could find reasonable alternative explanations, whether it was other environmental factors or pre-existing medical conditions or other kind of medical explanations. None of that detracts from the real nature of what people have gone through. We still have work to do. Despite the progress I think we made in the investigation, this is not something that CIA only is doing. As I said, we work very closely with other partners. And, I owe it to my officers and their families to be straight about first making sure they get the care they deserve, but also being straight about what we find and what we don't find. And that's what we'll continue to do.
When is the CIA?
I've been really interested in this story since it started dropping, and we were hearing about it early, like 2017. And so, can we trust anything the fucking CIA says?
No, CIA and straight is kind of an oxymoron. So.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe this. Is this true?
Yes, it is true. The last 2 remaining Walmart stores in Portland will soon be gone. They can't handle the theft anymore. They're just over it. The traffic, they're becoming food deserts. So, Oz, you and I bitch about Walmart every time we have to go, but what will you do when your Walmart closes down?
I'll be eating Joey's cooking, which is dandelion and pumpkin and all kinds of other plants. I mean,
I had squash.
I get it, but Portland's a huge city. What the hell? What the hell's going on?
And that's where their distribution center is. It's down that way. It's like in Hillsborough or some shit. So
that's crazy.
That is
if
crazy
they have
to
a
me
theft
too.
issue, they don't want to invest in theft prevention, or they don't know how to do theft prevention.
You know what? When the other day when we were in Seattle for those protests, I was looking for a pair of gloves because I didn't bring my gloves. My hands were freezing. So we ran into a Target there downtown Seattle, and there was literally fucking bodyguards. I mean, fully loaded fucking rifles as you walked into the fucking store, all the way geared up, swatted. They were on every level. They were at every door. Everywhere you turned, they were there. It was Al was losing his shit. He'd never seen anything like it. Like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a big city. You just don't make eye contact and do what you're going to do,
This is another reason possibly they're investing in smart cities, right?
Yep. Because they can secure them and
they
keep
can
the
secure
homeless
everything.
out. They know they can't do anything about the homeless. They're not going to fix the housing crisis. It's just going to get worse. So all they can do is push them out. It's like fire ants. So you can't.
Well, I'm thinking the number crunchers. Yeah, it's going to be. I don't know what movie.
But smart cities are a conspiracy theorist. Haven't you heard?
I don't believe it. I think they're trying.
No, we've been reporting on them for fucking years. They're not a conspiracy.
Tell me you didn't bring Gavin Newsom.
Oh, this is great. Goddamn United Spot. This is one more that snuck into the deck, but it's a catchy little tune.
All right. Oh, Mama said
all the homeless poop and the streets decay. I went for a walk and stepped in feces on the way. I really need your phone so I can ruin your day. California's leaving on such a snowy day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I pretended to pray. I smelled something weird.
Without you, we can't be rich. No, we can't be rich. What are we supposed to do if you leave, huh? I mean, I can't be rich unless you're poor. Yeah. And if you're not poor, I can't be rich. Makes sense. That's why we need you peasants here to keep us wealthy. Yeah. To keep us in control. Yeah. How do you think we're supposed to function if we can't tell you what to do? We can't. Come on, guys. You know you want to stay in California. Oh, now. We need you here. That's why you peasants keep voting for us. The streets are filled with shit. Everybody's gay. Everybody's gay. I'll pay you all $5 million. If you promise to stay. If you promise to stay. If you vote for me. If you vote for me. Your problems stay the same. Your problems stay the same. Global warming coming. Global warming's coming. On such a snowy day.
I hope I don't have to save him a seat at the Grammys.
No, you do not, but it was funny. It's cute.
Oh my God, it's terrible. They're terrible, Shanda.
They're hilarious. And you guys all laugh, so that's why I broke them.
Oh my gosh. What do we got?
So since when did flamingos become a measure, a unit of measure? Anyways, an asteroid the size of 14 flamingos skimmed past the Earth on Wednesday.
Flamingos are pretty big.
Flamingos are pretty big. So yeah, that could have been a problem. And then this chart here, you know what this is, Oz? I brought this because I thought it might blow your mind.
My little mind, yes, you're right.
That's not what I was going to say, but that's funny. This is seismic. These are the seismic sensors throughout the whole Puget Sound. So if a tsunami comes in, now you're at the very end of this point down here on the bottom, and I'm of course up on the top here. Everything's going to get flooded out. We're all in floodlands, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get flooded out too, right?
Yeah. See how it washes in? It'll come down and it will get you. It'll loop down and wash out. Yeah.
So where do I drive to?
I don't know. I wouldn't say
Rainier?
Portland.
Rainier? Maybe.
Mount St. Helens, Rainier. Yeah.
With
I would head east. I would head east. If you freaking the ground shakes,
Yeah,
I would
that
head
would be
east.
east.
For sure.
Rainier would be east. So
I would not be heading south because you're just heading for Portland, which is getting tsunami
well,
too. probably.
everybody's going to be going down that way. So
I would be heading east if I
just
was
get
you.
the girls and the
Me, I
cat
have
and
to
the
head
chickens and-
south.
I have this vision of of the Subaru filled with dogs and cats and chickens and everybody killing each other. So that'd be terrible. I couldn't leave the chickens. That'd be terrible. What?
Yeah, I don't know when flamingos became a standard unit of measurement. I just thought that was
it might as well be. Ask Snorky. He probably knows it is. standard.
maybe that's like a scientific thing.
Snorky, is our flamingos a standard unit of measure? What's this? What? Tell me, isn't this crazy dead yet?
Yes, she died this week quietly, and it might shock you where she was living. So some of you might remember Linda Kasabian. She was the star witness in the Manson case who actually participated and was there for all of the murders.
Oh my God, so gross.
According to news, Linda Kasabian passed away. And Linda Kasabian very famously was the member of the Manson family who testified against the Manson family, thus getting them all convicted. It's a very interesting, colorful, and controversial story, her especially, because she was present for both nights of murders, although she didn't actually participate in the deaths of those 7 people, with actual, killing anybody. But she was there for both nights. She didn't go into the Tate House, but she witnessed at least Wojciech Frykowski being murdered and Abigail Folger being murdered and Stephen Parent, and then went along the next night to the La Bianca house. She claims that she was afraid to say no to Manson, and that's why she went the second night. Originally, Susan Atkins was going to be the star witness for the prosecution, but she ended up being, loopy, and they couldn't trust what she was going to say. So she bailed, and she denied anything that she had reported to the district attorney, said she made it all up. Susan Atkins basically spelled out all the crimes for the Mr. Bugliosi, the prosecutor, but when Susan sort of went off the deep end and denied everything, they went with Linda Kasabian because she was able to testify. She was an eyewitness. She was able to testify for both nights of murders. Thus, it was a bit controversial, as I said, because she was there for both nights, but didn't actually participate directly in the murders. So I'll just read what I have about her. So, actually, she died in Tacoma, Washington. Her name was, she was going by Chichos. Linda Darlene Chichos. She died January 21st of this year at the age of 73. Now, according to, so far no public announcement has been made, although it's been leaked out in the Tacoma News Tribune.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy that she was living in Tacoma the whole time. I mean, you wouldn't want to advertise where you were, I guess, if you were a part of something like that.
Right up next to my daughter.
Oh, this one, Healthline. These damn motherfuckers. Okay, so listen to this. As you get older, what is menopause? Menopause. As you get older, your ovaries produce less hormones, estrogen, progesterone. Without these hormones, periods become erratic for a time and they eventually stop. Once you have been without a period for 12 months, you're most likely officially in menopause. On average, most vagina owners start menopause between the age of 45 and 55. Fuck you, Healthline. I am a woman, not a vagina owner.
Well, they had the vagina monologues, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yes, we're vagina owners
You're
now.
vagina owners. What do you got here from Good Science? Are they?
Good Science. Uncovered bones suggest humans were in America as 130,000 years ago. So that officially rewrites history. And there's been a lot of people out there saying this for a long time. There was one poor scientist who they ridiculed till he was 95 years old, telling me he was a fucking quack and pseudoscience. And then finally they recognized, oh, yeah, you were right.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So Jesus did ride a dinosaur.
Maybe he fucking did.
Because, yeah, I mean, that would shore up their case if it was 30,000
Lion spaghetti monster, whatever. I don't know.
Ah, okay. All right. Here we go.
I don't claim to know.
So what do we got here? We got is this a
So this guy's kind of controversial, and he cruises around the U.S. and just kind of shows you the what's real, go to the worst parts of town. But anyways, he's out at the Salton Sea, and you guys know I'm obsessed with the Salton Sea. Kate, I'm obsessed with the Salton Sea. And I've been reporting to you guys that there's a shit ton of lithium out there, right?
Ooh, lithium.
And there's enough, they call it the Saudi Arabia of lithium. That's what's underneath the Salton Sea, right? So right now, it's one of the freest places in the country to live. Like, people will just go out there, you just like squat. I mean, these people literally, they just flee. There's no laws. I mean, it's a big community type thing, a lot of artsy stuff. Anyways, Elon's bought it all up now. And so we saw Elon hanging out at Super Bowl, sitting next to who other than Warren motherfucking Buffett. Why? Why, you ask? Well, this is why. The Salton Sea. And you heard it here first.
Losing water every year, but Elon Musk has a plan to help with that. He doesn't want to see the water leave because he wants the lithium. Rumor is he has a plan to use his boring equipment to make a 75-mile channel from Carlsbad all the way up to this sea to fill it back up again. He's also planning to build a big battery factory somewhere near here, way out in the middle of the desert. Here's a picture of the potential lithium plant that might be built here one day.
So let's take an environmental fucking disaster, because that is what the Salton Sea is. They fucked up when they were trying to reroute water down to Sacramento, and it filled for 2 fucking years. And then they poisoned the surrounding lands with fucking fertilizer, and it all dumped into the Salton Sea and killed it because it was a beautiful fucking oasis in the middle of the desert. Like, oops are bad, but it's pretty, it's here. And they like to say that, well, that was just natural runoff from the farmlands that poisoned it, but we fucking know better. So it's been poisoned and it's turned into a ghost town, and it is a special place, Slab City. I mean, there's so many reports on there. If you don't know anything about Slab City, go type it in. It's a whole unique type of living out there. And now Elon's going out there. Let's to mine lithium. I got to think that that's going to be worse for the environment there. And, that's the lowest place on Earth. It's like 230 miles below, or, below sea level.
Wow.
Feet below sea level. So, if there's plans, man, they got plans, and we're seeing it by him hanging out with, Warren Buffett. So they're going to go in together on this lithium plant.
Wow.
Like.
So what is this? A video of me coming out of the barbershop or what?
Robots.
Oh, no.
This is,
But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow
connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before.
It's kind of weird seeing the arms and legs just separate. We have a whole lab full of arms and legs. Worth bearing in mind that when we did AI Day, this version of Optimus didn't walk at all. So the rate of improvement here, I think, is quite significant. It's obviously not doing parkour, but it is walking around, and we have multiple copies, I suppose, of Optimus. The thing that I think Tesla brings to the table that others don't have is that we have the real-world AI. We're the most advanced in real-world AI.
Does he not know how to speak?
No, he doesn't. He's too busy thinking about how he's going to power all his AIs, all his cars, all his smart cities, all his satellites. I mean, you guys know, you know. Yeah, I thought this was a little weird. This was Popular Mechanics. Artificial intelligence can't decipher memes, and that could save humanity.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
could be saving grace.
I'm not.
Oh,
I
do. They got to know the intention behind it, and that's the one thing computers don't have is intention.
You wait. Next week they'll have intention. You wait. What I do.
For now, I don't think that they.
I like you refacing me on what is this? When I hear something after
yeah, I know that was you.
Yeah, that's me pretty much. Except
that was you this morning.
The gun's in the back, not in the front. So. And no masters, no slaves. That's a good read. Now that's so much better than Chucky Norris. I got to tell you, thank you for that.
Oh yeah, no, Snake's great. Snake Plissken, right?
Yeah, Snake
Plissken. Yeah.
Snake Plissken. What are you bringing us an update on Jeffrey Epstein here?
No, this is Mars and Operation Warp Speed. This is Jason Burmis. I want to say he dropped this morning. This is short. It's quick. And it's about the future of Mars. And don't think that you're going there.
No, I'm not going there. I'm going to go up in ashes with several other people.
Are rocking and rolling. I'm going to let Dennis continue to speak here about Mars and saving the planet from asteroids and space hardening humans. Dun, dun, dun.
Mars will probably be colonized. Mars can be colonized now, as I'll indicate. We're working on biological countermeasures to reduce the health effects, particularly from radiation, and we're making some progress on this. There's no reason why, with the bio business and some time on Mars, humans couldn't evolve into Martians, the ones that survive.
Oh, there it is right there. Directed evolution. You know, with the new biomarket, we'll be able to genomically create, these species that are kind of humans. And the ones that survive, there's no reason that we can't mutate and evolve to live on the red planet.
But the return to Earth would be TBD. The cartoons of astronauts in wholly radiation ineffective spacesuits wandering around outside playing golf and other things and living in thin surface habs that are not radiation protective are just not accurate. You've all seen the cartoons on this stuff. All right, making Mars the Walmart for the inner solar system. We could colonize Mars, Moon, the upper surface of Venus, the upper atmosphere of Venus, and the poles of Mercury, along with Titan, which is a moon of Saturn and has an absolutely magnificent, thick hydrocarbon atmosphere. The supplies, equipage, finished products, and resources to do all of this are essentially available by in situ resource utilization on Mars and could be produced pre-human arrival by autonomous robotics and printing, where the coffee is perking before the humans leave Earth.
So once again, what do I keep telling you? Over and over and over and over again, it's the nanobots. They're the ones that are going there. And then there's these promises that we're going to the moon and we're going to colonize Mars, and Mars is going to be the Walmart of the solar system. We're going to be on the moons of Venus.
So yeah, basically they're going to make Mars the Walmart of the solar system, and you're not going there. They're going to send nanobots to build everything that they need. So we are.
I'm thinking he's right about the nanobots because the micro.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, it's safer. You can get them up there. You can get them there fast. Tell them what to do. You just saw robots building robots. I mean, why not?
Well, here's our AI Oz yum
AI
that
Oz.
Linda wrote, and tell us what you think of AI Oz. I think I look great with hair. So
Yeah, no, this
here
is
we
great.
go. What's AI Oz?
Dog self-IDs as trans coyote. Authorities order DNA test to confirm stray is a dog. Police in Dallas are questioning the species of a stray they found, unable to determine whether the animal is a dog or a coyote. He's presenting as a coyote, but he has so many dog-like characteristics. A DNA test is the only way to know for sure, says K9 Unit's alpha dog Roscoe. The trans coyote, Toast, as rescuers and police are calling him, insists trans coyotes are coyotes and does not want to be adopted should his DNA show he's a domestic canine. Transphobes just want to send me to a forever home, but I'm wild and plan to stay that way, vows the confused canine.
Ah,
That was cute. That was very cute.
Very cute there. Thank you,
Very
Linda.
cute.
Very good. So what do you think of AI Oz? Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No, I love them. Like now I don't even have to show up. Yeah, I can just, there you go.
They're just
AI
gonna
Shanda
they're
can
just
read it.
gonna get better because I can actually put personality into them, and I'm working on that. So they won't be so
that's creepy.
dry. I know, creepy,
That's
creepy,
creepy.
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 Guess what time it is? We haven't had a dance off
Dance
in
off.
months.
Dance off,
In-
dance off. No, in months.
In months, and the reason why is they are a little tricky to make, guys. Otherwise, I'd do them every week. But first, I've got to find the content to make them. So get your scorecards out. Shanda is up first.
Okay, so we start fresh because old scores are done and over with.
Yeah,
Starts from here.
We're fresh. You won last time, right?
No, it doesn't matter. I just said it doesn't matter.
We
who won.
start fresh.
I ain't tryna. Yeah, ain't tryna be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was a bop on the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl pop. You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the flow back then till I touch my toes. I don't wanna roll the boat. Wrist full of rocks and I hope I flow. Big up yourself cause you know they don't. I choo cause they hope I show. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. On the after, you've been the before. I've been the stallion, you've been the seahorse. Don't need a report, don't need a press run. All of my bad pics been all my best ones. I wear the hat and I wear the pants. I am advanced, so I get advanced. And I do my dance and cancel the plans. And don't be mad cause you had a chance. Said I took it and I ran for it. I run it and I stand on it. Money on the floor when we dance on it. Shine bright as I put a tan on it. Said I took it and I...
So what do you think?
Because I'm a bitch. I'm a boss.
What do you think, everybody? I think
you nailed the song for sure.
I think that's going to be awful hard to beat. So,
but I know, you know what? As soon as I saw yours, I was like, God damn it, Oz is going to win. This is how you always do it. You always sneak in at the last minute and win.
We'll see. That's almost impossible to beat, especially the way I formatted it.
Yeah, it was a good song though.
Light skin, dark skin, my Asian persuasion. I got them all. That's why these guys ask you, yeah, so sexy. Do you like my style? Yeah, that's sexy, sexy, sexy. Like a rocket down. Yeah, that's sexy, sexy, sexy. You can work me out. Yeah, that's sexy, sexy, sexy. Let me show you how. Yeah, that's sexy, sexy, sexy. So here's my demonstration. A peep show tonight. My body's an exhibition, baby. Though it's on display, don't be scared to touch it. It's set, so come and get it, babe.
Moves man. Moves.
See, Gamer says this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I know. Oz always brings it at the last minute and just knocks me off.
I want you to feel like I'm not sandbagging. I want to, do a good job for you. So, who won?
I don't know. You guys, who won, guys?
Who won?
You guys let us know.
Who won? Who won?
This is a tough one. Everybody's saying this is a tough one.
We're starting from scratch, so everybody.
Yep. You'll have to let us know. I think Shanda wins this one. Aw, thanks, Gamer.
I hope so.
You guys are the best.
I like it when you win.
I like it when I win too.
I like.
Doesn't happen a lot. Oz. Ronnie Graham says Oz over.
Ronnie,
on the
thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate it.
I know. I thought Oz was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oz grabbing himself in parachute pants. Yeah, Kelly. It's a
really.
little weird.
I have to reach down really low these days.
Oh, you should have seen some of the ones we've had over the last couple of years. There's been some crazy dance offs.
Yes, there have been some crazy. The pole dances.
The skates off. The skates off are fun. In the winter, we do a lot.
I like
of
the skate offs. They're easier to do. The dance offs are horribly
They're pretty
hard.
too.
But once again, I prefer the reface. The United Spot uses that like crazy talk face where they plant the head. I like the refaces, even though they slip a little bit. So that's just the way it is. So.
Just the way it is.
I'm doing pretty good there. I got a couple of votes there. So Barbara, thank you, Barbara.
I do see a bunch of Oz votes. Damn it. Oh, I see a Shanda. I see 2 for me so far.
I see 2. Well, you
But
keep track of that. What do we got here?
I think we might be tied again. Damn it. Oh, nope. Oz just won. Let's see. Take me away from here. I miss the days when they used to be afraid of us.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, let's get me out of here, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you don't mind, but it'd be like that one movie where they were wanting the aliens to take them away and they cooked them.
Damn it. You're winning. You're winning.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Gamer says it's a tie. So it's Stoner Corner. Time for Stoner Corner. So let's smoke this joint and forget how crazy the world is right now. We're going to need a bigger joint. And when you get to the hotel and realize you forgot your papers, so you make a pipe out of a Cliff Bar. Brilliant. And I got 99 lighters and I can't find one.
God, no kidding. But that's a new one. Make a lighter out of that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I've done lots of different things.
Well, Hollywood certainly can go
Hollywood.
fuck itself. I heard a speech by Tom Cruise the other day, and he was just smooching on everybody that he's taking advantage of.
Oh, Scientology is just disgustingly in bed with our government and all these corrupt corporations, just like any other religion,
I got to say, though, he's still Cruise movies, for the most part, I like all of them. He's very entertaining.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Asshole piece of shit.
I know. What? Tom Sizemore, he's still alive. Is he on a machine, or did they pull the plug?
No, he finally passed yesterday, I think, or the day before.
Away. Well,
he did pass.
Good
He had
entertainer.
a stroke.
Yeah.
Lots of great movies. I want to say he dated Heidi Fleiss for some time. When you sent it to me, I was like, oh, that's sad. I would have partied with him. He was a bad boy, but I would have partied with him.
Bad boys. Why do you ladies like bad boys so much?
I know. I've always got a thing for the bad boys.
Oh, wow. This picture is of the 50th anniversary of CBS in 1978, which I will say I watched.
I was going to say, were you there? You were there. I probably was too, but I was
TV.
like 4.
On Twitter, they're saying if you can ID 5 of them, then you're old. What happens if you can ID?
Oh my God, you and I
almost
named
all
of them.
All of them. Does that mean I'm decrepit?
Oh my! Well, I was only 4 years old, and I can name most of them. So what does that make me?
Shit, they got what? William Conrad, Gene Rayburn, Walter Cronkite. Mike
Fields
Wallace, Sally Fields,
There's
Burt Reynolds, Burt Convey,
Lucille Ball,
George Burns, Mary Tyler
there.
Moore, Meathead's up there, up at the top. Archie Bunker, is he in there? Dick Van Dyke. Oh Christ, I could go on all day.
Well, you officially just hit the old mark. So
yeah, I think I passed old and went way past old. So. Anyway, we have one more.
Yes, Scientology is a cult.
One more yum yum, and this is Shanda's. And give them a little heads up on what this is about, because you said you saw this story.
Okay, so this was a critic who did a review of a dancer, and the dancer got a little upset and kind of retaliated in a very shitty way.
All right, here's AI Shanda telling us all about it. Creepy time.
Tell me
Critic gets shit-faced, director gets suspended. Opera House apologizes for ballet director's crap. When newspaper arts critic Truly Honest gave a poor review to the latest production from ballet director B.N. Shet, he retaliated by smearing dog feces in her face. Shetty claims the negative review has caused cancellations and a plummet in ticket sales to his most recent show, Another Stupid Love Story, but with Plies. Honest critique claimed the show lacked originality, was mind-numbingly long, and said the score sounded hastily composed on the way to opening night. The Opera House has since apologized to Ms. Honest for Shetty's abysmal behavior, and the ballet director has been banned from the facility until further notice.
So his name's Chete.
Chete, I don't know.
Chete, it's French, I think. Chete.
Yeah, I've got to be able to put some French grammar in there for that. So that's what we need to do.
I didn't catch that part of the story when I originally read it a few days ago.
And it's
It's
pliés. It's French too. So.
Pliés, yeah.
Shanda, real quickly, the original cast of Star Wars in 1977.
Yeah.
I remember this. Of course, we all remember Star Wars.
I was 3. I remember
but
it too.
It was in the spring of 1976. It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was listening. Radio was a big thing back then still too. Listening to the radio, and they had an ad for this. And it was in 1976. And I thought, Jesus, that's the first time I've heard them advertise a movie a year ahead of its release.
Oh God, they hyped it so hard. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
yes,
they
of course they did.
This movie they hyped the living shit out of.
Too bad they've just fucking pummeled it into shit now.
Okay, tell me which one's Darth Vader and which one's C-3PO.
Well, the skinny one, obviously.
Which one?
I said the skinny one, obviously.
I always thought the tall guy was C-3PO.
That's Chewbacca.
Oh, Chewbacca.
That's Chewie.
That's Chewie. So C-3PO's not in here. Anthony Daniels. I apologize.
Yeah, no, the skinny one's the
skinny
one
one.
that's
Anthony
C-3PO.
Daniels or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
But the guy with the glasses played Darth Vader. His name is David Prowse.
Not Edward James Olmos. Oh, that was just his voice. That's right.
Just his voice. So we're about ready to head out of here.
You're right, Barbara. The tall guy was Chewbacca.
The tall guy was Chewbacca. Absolutely.
I thought he could stump me on Star Wars history, but I know
wouldn't
it.
Stop you. Go ahead. What do you got here?
Peace in the Ukraine, you guys. There's more protests out there, and we can never stop protesting. I don't know if you guys saw the fucking clip out there on Twitter where the UN motherfuckers got up in protest of Ukraine today and fucking walked out. And my gut just dropped to the bottom of the floor, and I was just like, the whole fucking world wants war.
Yeah, they want war. They're gonna get it
want
if
war,
they
guys.
keep at it. So this is horrendous. What's going
So
on?
I don't care who's organizing it. If you're close, get your fucking asses in the street. If I wasn't 3,000 miles away, I would be there.
Yeah, and just a cautionary note to those who are calling shit on certain people in our community that aren't promoting it hard enough for them. I've seen a lot of our friends and sisters and brothers promoting it extremely hard. So don't be mean. Just promote the thing. You don't have to make an issue out of it.
Can we all just get along?
For a while. And there we go with Julian Assange. We need to get Julian Assange.
Yeah, do you see the report today about how they're fucking spying on the activists?
Oh, yeah.
We knew that.
Oh, yeah.
We knew that.
Absolutely.
We knew that.
It's birthday day today.
It is.
And
it's somebody's special birthday.
There's a couple of birthdays out there, and one of them for sure was Fiorella Isabel. Happy birthday, Fee.
Happy birthday, Fee.
Now, She's 51, right? Is that what she's 51 years old?
Whatever, you're mean.
She's going to kill me for hearing me said that.
She's 24.
Oh,
Fuck.
24. God, I keep forgetting that. I think I put 30 in her thing. So that wasn't too bad. 51. She is going to cut my off.
Yeah,
So,
you deserve it.
It's also Franklin Walburn Brown's birthday.
Yeah, Franklin's birthday was yesterday, I believe. Happy birthday, Franklin.
Happy birthday, Franklin. We have got one hell of an outro tonight. We started off with Steely Dan. We hope you enjoyed Steely Dan.
'Cause I'm
Reeling in the years. That was great.
I personally chose that song.
Yes, you did personally chose that song because I had already, Linda had picked the other two songs already, and they were in the hopper, so I had to go back and find Reeling in the Years. I think it came out. You like
this is a beautiful closer. I love the last song. It's great.
Yeah, it's killer. Great. So anyway, what do we got going on before we get out of here for this week?
What do we got going on? I so need some rest tomorrow. And then Monday, I hope to be working on business taxes and all of our business shit. And then Tuesday, I will be back for Trailer Park Pundit. And I don't know what's going on to hell and back. Pasta's being pasty right now. So
What the hell?
I'll let you know. And then Friday, of course, we have our new Uncensored Friday mornings where Oz and I say everything that we don't get to say here on Beauty and the Boomer or, on YouTube. So join us for Friday mornings. And yeah, we got a little, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I'm comfortable with completely throwing it all out there, but we'll see.
Well, it's okay. We can. So, and next week, Beauty and the Boomer, how about some Sherlock Holmes and Friends next week?
Oh, you want to do Sherlock?
Yeah, I'll try and do Sherlock. Do Sherlock Holmes. You like our thumbnail for this week? Space
I do.
Oz, Space Oz and Space Shanda. Go ahead.
Space Oz and Space Shanda. I just want to shout everybody out. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Rockfin, you killed it. For the first time ever, we had more viewers on Rockfin than we did on YouTube. Woohoo. That's a sign of you guys and recognizing YouTube screwing everybody and moving.
It's handy too, because when they boot us off of YouTube for finally, then you'll
know where we are.
We'll know where we are. So anyway.
And YouTube, we love you. We always love you. Thank you for joining us over there. Gamer and Barbara and Peace Dove and Jax and
Rumbleia. Yes.
Yeah. Kate and Kelly and everybody who's over there. Snorky. Thank you guys so much. And everybody on the Rumbles. Don't leave out the Rumble.
Yeah. Don't leave out
the Rumble. I can't really see the Rumble very well, so I can't.
Let me look at the Rumble. See if they're.
Yeah. I think Kate's over there.
Got some Rumble
Kate's
over there. There's
got a little Rumble.
There's 128 people over there. So,
well, tomorrow I want you to get some rest. You've been working hard. You guys, all these graphics on the deck that Oz pumps out like this, he's working on them all week for us. The dance-offs. I mean, he's got to isolate the dancers and change the faces and do the music. And now he's doing the yum-yums with the AI Shanda and AI Oz. I don't know how I feel about them yet, but hopefully they'll lighten our load a little.
Yeah, they'll lighten on the talky ones. But we're gonna go out with some Steely Dan, and that's My Old School and Dirty Work, and these are great covers. We hope you guys love them because we love them too. And you guys have a great week. Stay safe. And thanks everybody for joining us for another Beauty and Boomer. Uncle Warren's got a show coming up, so I'm gonna kick this off and shut the hell up. Good night, Shanda.
Good night, Oz. Oh.
Still September when your daddy was quite surprised. you find yourself somebody who can do the job for free. When you need a bit of loving, 'cause your man is out of town, that's the time